you what, this is a mess.
Teach my soul to sing your song, even when my eyes can't see. When I can't seem to carry on, I know your hand is guiding me. I know your hand is guiding me.
A little bit with it.
Through the valley I may walk, but you are all I'll ever need. Gave your life to take my fall, so in the storm I will have peace. So come the storm, I'll still believe.
My wife and I grew up in Cincinnati. And I remember back in Cincinnati in AM radio, we had this guy named Earl Pitts. And his tagline was, you know what pits me off? And lately on the internet, I found something that pits me off. I am sick and tired of the question, will this kayak flip? Let me make something perfectly clear. There's not a vessel on the water today that won't flip. It's a beautiful day here in Florida on face wind, so we decided to do some cleaning. My wife's kayak needed pressure wash, so we did that. I have a kayak that I'm selling, so I had to pressure wash that. And I need to clean my own kayak, well, because it hasn't been cleaned in a really long time. And as I'm sitting here cleaning these kayaks and getting these things into shape, I realize a couple of things. Number one, I watch a lot of YouTube while I'm quarantined. Number two, there's no professional rating system for kayaks. I wonder why that is. I mean, think about it. We got rating systems for movies, we got rating systems for cars, we got rating systems for just about everything you can think of. However, there's no national rating system for kayaks. So I came up with one. Imagine being able to go to a website or something like that, and even on YouTube, and being able to see what the kayak that you like best rates overall. That would be pretty cool. At least I think it'd be pretty cool. And I think it'd help a lot of you guys out. Shoot, it helped me out. But I'm just one guy. So, I mean, who's going to listen to me, right? Now, my subscribers mean a lot to me. And I'm sure that your subscribers mean a lot to you. So let's help these guys out, shall we? So I went through and I selected about 20 different YouTube channels that I think fit this criteria. What criteria is that? First of all, unfortunately, they had to have at least 1,000 subscribers. Why? Because otherwise I can't tag them. It's that simple. There's a lot of channels that are less than 1,000 subscribers that I've subscribed to that I love helping out. And as a matter of fact, if you're watching this, give me a comment down below and let me know you want to do it too, and I'll tag you in my video. The second thing is, when I watch these YouTubers, I want to feel that they care about their subscribers and they want to actually help their subscribers, and they're not just in it for the views. And lastly, my subscribers. I want to know that the people that I'm recommending to you is somebody that I think you're going to enjoy. In a recent video, I talked about the 4 main characteristics of any kayak. And those 4 characteristics are speed, maneuverability, stability, and tracking. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a great place to start. I would like to request the following YouTubers to evaluate your own kayaks and give them a rating on the scales that I'm going to give you in a few minutes. All I'm asking is that you be honest and tell the subscribers what you think truly about your kayak. Remember, this isn't a review. This is a rating. Yes, I know that everybody out there doesn't own every kayak on the market. That'd be cool though, wouldn't it? I mean, imagine that. How many kayaks are on the market? Where would I put them? So we need a control. We need something to rate it to, correct? Well, here you go. We're going to rate it to this. Now let's use our imagination. Let's imagine that this was 10, 12 foot long, and there was, say, 4, 5, 6 of them strapped together. Now let's imagine you're standing on top of it. Give yourself a paddle and paddle the straight boards. I can tell you a couple of things that's going to happen. Number one, it's going to take a lot to move you forward, because when you paddle on the starboard side, you're going to go way to the port side. So you're going to need to go starboard, port, starboard, port, starboard, port. And the bow of your boat, excuse me, your board is going to do this. Why? Because there's no resistance on the bottom for it to go straight. So this is your control. Imagine how it would control in speed. Imagine how it would control maneuverability. Imagine how it would track. Let's face it, how stable would it be? Now let's say this board is dead zero. Well, we need another control, don't we? So let's imagine the perfect kayak. And no, I'm not talking about $11,000, whatever that racing kayak is. I'm talking about the best kayak you could ever imagine. Imagine a perfect tracking, a perfect maneuverability, a perfect stability, and a perfect amount of speed. I'm going to give you a hint. It doesn't exist. But let's imagine that that's it. Now, we all know that our kayaks are not perfect. Sure, they're perfect for us, or at least a lot of us think they are. I remember my daddy told me one time, son, I know you think you're tough, but you need to remember there's always somebody tougher. Now, there's a Navy SEAL story in there somewhere that I'm not going to go into, but that little dude was tough. So, yeah, we all know we don't have perfect kayaks. But where does our kayak rate according to this? I mean, certainly they're all better than this. So let's go look at the rating chart. This rating system goes from 1 to 9, 1 being the board, 9 being the perfect kayak. Now, my rating system is based on those 4 characteristics we talked about earlier: speed, maneuverability, tracking, and stability. Now, let's pair those up into 4 groups of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, group each one of those up into 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now I just feel like I'm on Sesame Street. Still a little confused? Let me try and give you an example. You would rate tracking in 2 different ways. Number 1, when you paddle on the right side of your kayak, how far to the nose of your boat goes to the left. Number 2, when you stop paddling, how straight does your kayak go without correcting it? Speed would be 2 different things as well. Number 1, how fast you can actually get the kayak to go. And number 2, when you stop paddling, how far does the kayak go before it comes to a stop? Now with maneuverability, it's really simple. How easy or hard is it to turn my kayak around sitting still? Now let's talk about the one that irritates me the most. That's stability. Why does it irritate me? Well, put it simply, people get it wrong. Stability is not balance. Balance is your ability to stay on the kayak. Stability is the kayak's ability to right itself from the center of buoyancy. So how do you rate stability? So if stability is the ability of the kayak to right itself, you simply need to see how much pressure you're going to have to put on one of the 2 sides to flip it over. Go check these guys out. They're fantastic. Their channels are fantastic. They're fantastic people, and I picked them all for a reason. As for you guys that I tagged in the video, do it at your leisure. I mean, if you do it a year from now, do it a year from now. Some of you are booked up for a year, so I completely understand. Next week, I'm going to rate my Vibe Seaghost 130. And then a little bit after that, I'm going to rate my wife's Perception Search 13, which is quite old, but don't tell her that. If you like this rating system, smash the like button. With that said, if there's a specific kayak that you want me to rate, comment down below. Let me know what it is. I'll do my best to find one, take it for a spin, and give it the rating it deserves. Rate your own kayaks. Comment below. Let me know what your kayak scores. And if you know somebody that's got a kayak that you like and you'd like to see how it matched up against this rating system, share this video with them. Ask them to rate it according to this system. Understand that even with this rating system, you're still going to need to do the most important thing, and that is get on the kayak and take it for a spin. Just because it's pretty or it's the most popular doesn't mean it's for you. And by all means, if you want to see how my kayaks stand up to this rating system, how honest and brutal I can be, stick around. Think about subscribing. And if you do subscribe, strike that bell so you know when our content hits the channel and you don't miss anything. Now go be awesome. Every time a video comes up, Bowie's like, hey, I'm going to go check out the world. Jerk, get on the boat. I hear you. Come here.